My everyday feels like I just got done with like a 4 or 5 hour basketball practice.
Jeff Whitmer describing what it's been like for him experiencing what we now call long COVID or long haul COVID. He contracted coronavirus in November of 2020. The symptoms were mild, but the effects lingered.
Okay, you look fine, you sound fine, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong, but they don't see me when I get home and I can barely move because I'm so tired.
Long COVID symptoms are now being studied with greater depth and regularity. Persistent brain fog, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, shortness of breath, and other symptoms that just don't seem to abate. And now UK researchers have published a new study in The Lancet, which appears to show that the Omicron variant of COVID-19 could be less likely than Delta to result in long COVID.
The fact that it's a more mild illness may be linked to why there's less COVID there, but that's my theory. We don't know the exact mechanism.
Understanding why there's a difference in long COVID risk from variant to variant may take time. But Dr. Dennis Cunningham, Assistant Medical Director for Infection Prevention at Henry Ford Health, says just because you had a mild case of any variant, like what Jeff experienced, doesn't mean the symptoms won't stick around.
It does not appear to be linked to how severe your COVID infection was. Some people with mild symptoms go on to have long COVID. Some people with severe COVID in the hospital don't have any symptoms. So we suspect there's some autoimmune phenomena here, but we don't know exactly. And that's what makes this such a tricky thing to treat.
Vaccination, according to this study, does appear to be one way to mitigate the risk of long COVID.
If you had a vaccine, even just one dose of vaccine, your chances of getting long COVID after infection were reduced greatly, about 5 times lower.
How certain can we be about these studies that come out? I mean, this isn't a nascent area of research because this is a nascent virus, relatively speaking.
You're absolutely right. What I do like about this study, it was over 56,000 people in Great Britain.
Dr. Cunningham says we don't yet have the data to determine the effects of therapeutics like antiviral medications and monoclonal antibodies on long COVID. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.